Hi everyone, I am Margot, tarot reader. Today we are doing a personal reading for a client, a returning client, which, by the way, thank you and I appreciate your business as always. But most importantly, thank you for returning to see your overall energy, to see what's going on with you in your personal life, physically and spiritually. I appreciate the fact that you're thinking about you, that you're thinking about healing some kind of pattern within your life situation. Okay? When clients return after a certain time or whenever they return, it is because their higher self, their spirit, is seeking some type of acknowledgement or some type of healing within themselves, either because their spirit is transcending into another level of higher vibration or lower vibration, whatever is going on within the circumstances of the client. So there is always a guidance for your spirit sending you in return. And therefore, I give thanks to the higher self, to you, to your spirits and Lord angels of the heaven and earth. May you protect our angels here in the heaven and earth, but most importantly, protect our spirits of all that are seeking our help today and always. For those that are viewing and for those that are seeking help today in your advices. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to look at your reading um, in a new perspective for me when I see it. Okay, how is this works for me? It is because your reading has been for quite some time, for a few years, but I am going to see the reading as a new inlight of your energy. I will look, and as always, as you know, with the readings, in personal reading, I never know what it's going to come out of my mouth or what predictions or what advice are given. It is your journey. If I predict or advise you something, it is your journey. I can feel and sense everything that you're going through and the other person's in question. But because you are to walk those shoes within your body, within your spirit, you are the only one that can change and align certain things. Other things cannot and will not be changed because it is the path that you and people in question have to take in this physical life. And I also have to mention that in this reading, it is for entertaining purposes. Any medical advice that I give you, you have to seek medical attention if there are any given. Okay. Uh, Now, as always, prior to the recording, I call into the universe with my client's personal information. As always, they remain private at all times, whether it's a reading and or a ritual. They have been pre-energized, but if the need to feel to do so, I will also do. Okay. Mm, I feel that I have to uh, they're analyzing this one, and so we'll take it on. I'm going to see the energy of the Libra in this moment. Okay, before we continue, everyone, if you're interested, email me at margourtarotreader@gmail.com or Facebook margourtarotreader, and I am happy to help you or your loved ones. Let us see, angels of the heaven and earth. What are the messages? What's going on with this Libra? So the universe. Okay. Mm. Okay, so in this very moment, I feel that we have a mixed feelings for me when I sense her energy. Now, I don't feel she's feeling her best. Why is that? I don't know yet. There's some type of trigger that I'm sensing within myself. And I have to say that I asked, because the way I was feeling, I asked, is this person still in the living? Still in her vessel? Okay? Because it was it was a sense of me going in between shadows. And when I visualize something, when the guides send me messages, it's almost like a puzzle for me. So I have to break the puzzle, and as I break it, I ask and then get more clues. And it feels to me in between. So I'm not sure necessarily, because she's going through some type of healing or peace transition. It could be in the living or when someone has passed on, or in that process. Okay, as you know, being my client for some time and most likely view every now and then my channel, I have to say that when predictions come about, it is not in a precise timing, because I never give a precise timing, only within a roundabout, because the energies of the client may not be suitable to receive certain energies or predictions that are um, not willing to either accept or not willing to align themselves at that time. Okay, it happens to everyone, to no fault at his own. So sometimes when I sense certain energies, it means that the person is close to certain shift and change in their body or physical standards. Okay, it is a process of our path here in the life, and it's a process that we all need to go through. It's a journey of which we chose to do. Okay, so I feel that even till the day that she is now, she's still a beauty for me. So for me, she still looks beautiful. For me, she still has that vibrant energy within her vessel, which is the body. So I think that for someone at her age, she still looks uh, enchanting in a way, if you will. Could it be that you probably think of her in that level? Probably. And here's the thing why I say that, because when I'm trying to see her energy, your energy falls right in. So I feel that through the years, you've been back and forth with reminiscing the old days and reminiscing of what life was, could have been, and where we are now. Um, Sometimes people may consider that in an obsessive behavior. Again, I'm just letting you know it's not how I feel, it is what the process is being told to me. And it can be, because when we are in that thought of mind, it's very hard to let go. And it's not, for me, you know, it's not an obsessive behavior. For me, it's a a, a path of your life that you really have not been able to close that karmic energy or relationship or whatever you choose to call it. But for me, it is energy and karmic relationship. Um, and it sometimes there are certain uh, times within our life that brings us back to that life, and we don't understand why it happened the way it happened, and so therefore we seek questions. So I will do my very best to answer all these questions as I'm going through them for you. And why I say this is because I feel that my heart feels sorrow and pain at the same time, and I'm not sure if it's coming just in your side, her side, or both of your sides. But whoever side this is in, I want to be able to process it so I can help whoever it is, whether it's you or the people in question. Okay, whoever may be, including someone that may be even watching today. But most importantly, you, my client that I'm reading today, I want to be able to find that healing for you, because it's time. It's time that you decide what you want to do after this reading. It's time that you decide if you want to continue thinking about her in whatever ways you think about her. I would love it that if you do, you think about her in a loving way, because when we want to close an energy that did not happen, could have had some hopes, then it means, and I have to say this, that you will have a chance in the other life with this person. Now, that's a whole nother topic for another day, and a whole nother reading for another day if you wish it to. We do, and I say we because it is I and the higher self, where we can see if you and this person can and are able to meet better life after this one in the other life. So we can choose to not have anything to do with this person in the next life or any other life, or we can choose to mend what has not happened here. So when our body, our vessel, and our spirit combine into one decision, we can actually manifest it in the other life that we choose to have with said person. Okay? You can choose so many things. It is an option to want to continue or not to continue, to want to love, to not love, to learn, to not learn, to teach, to not teach. It is a chosen choice to be a better spirit moving forward. Anything in this life that you suffer from, you can heal from and then move forward. Okay? It is your choice. And I say this because there are so many millions of souls that depart from this earth, and there are hunger. They die with hunger of their spirit not being aligned with their purpose, or their spirit not being aligned with their true soulmates. And they passed on urging, crying for the need to want to be loved in the way that they sense it by the higher self. And we all have that option. We all go through this process in this life. We have a glimpse of our soulmates in this life, whether they stay or not. There is that choice. Okay, we can go on and on with this, but let me just say that. And so the fact that I sense that energy as we go through the reading, if anything changes or anything is in other totally different, I would of course give you those messages. But in the moment, I feel that either she's having some health issue problems, or her spirit is transcending to prepare herself for the next stage of spiritual growth, whether it's physical or in the sense of the spirit. Okay. And sometimes I will say that when we start thinking about someone, it is because their energy also aligns with ours. So therefore, when we think of someone, trust me when I say that they also are thinking about you. Something within their life reminisces, whether it stays constant in their thoughts or not, it reminisces. So that energy conjuncts into yours as well. Okay. It is a magnificent way of feeling someone that it's not with us. It is not just in the living, but also in the spirit world. We are so united in so many levels. It's unbelievable. It is a wonderful, beautiful manifestation of our soul. Um, so we're going to start with her energy base that, she's coming through for me as we speak. And let's see. Is there any other messages that I need to see? This person does think about the past, okay? Not just you, but so does she. She thinks about the past. She thinks about maybe not being fair with you, maybe not being in the right moment, second guessing. Maybe something scared her off during that time that she was with you. But does she felt or feels a connection or a bond to you? Yes, she does. Maybe she got frightened over that. You might say that's absurd. Yes, it is absurd. When someone does not know much about this circumstances of life, this scenario of life, and the love feels so strong, so divine, that can be a moment of you can't breathe, including in the relationship, feeling a little bit obsessed, feeling a little bit controlling in a way. And sometimes we can do that in a relationship because we're so afraid to let go because we feel it's so right. But yet, what our spirit is conducting can the body do totally different. You know what I mean? Um, and I feel that in that moment, it's a moment of I can't breathe. Whether she couldn't breathe in the relationship or she couldn't define it herself yet, or she felt that I'm feeling overwhelmed with the situation. Now, I have to ask this because my chest is constantly pinching at this moment. I wonder if you have had some type of health issues, my client, or she. Okay? I'm feeling pressure within my heart, so I'm sensing someone having some type of heart problems or conditions, blood pressure, um, medical procedures of some sort that has to do within the heart arrangements. So I'm not sure if it's you or her, okay? But the way I'm sensitive, and I have to say it, and if you have had those kind of things, I want you to take a deep moment, a moment right now, to take that and breathe in. Let's do it two more times. Okay? Because I want to put you in a calming vibration. As I said, that a beautiful, beautiful red, uh, beautiful bird showed up for me. So that is for your messages. Um, I I want you to be cautious with these things, with the health issues. If it's you that is going through these things, of course, for this young lady, we can't do much of that because she's not here to for us to recommend anything. But um, I feel that that time for closure has come. Do you understand? Maybe it has crossed through you, and that is why you're here today. You want to find some type of solution, some type of closure. And the closure can come only if you choose to have that closure and how you choose to have it. Um, you could be at a distance with someone and still feel that love and that connection because the soul always has a tide, okay? Always has a tide. No matter what you are in this life going through, there's always that connection that takes you back to that person. And in the physical life is reaching out or thinking about them. In the spiritual life, it's a truly connection. You come together, you talk to each other on one, right next to each other, front, and then you decide what to do afterwards. Now, for me, I feel that this was supposed to be like a union between you two. You are have that soul connection, that spirit connection for each other, and you still do it. It is not broken. Um, Sometimes, certain people say, well, that sounds really good and I would love that, but why is it not happening? It's not happening because whatever could have caused previous life into this, and whatever choices you made to do and learn here in this physical life, that is leading that division. And as always, there's always a soul that comes more mature than the other, not by age but by experience. So the ones that are learning to have more experience or learning to do so in this life, so therefore you're not meeting each other one on one in the right way next to each other. You're meeting each other in a distant space. And so until that person learns those karmic lessons, cannot catch up with you. Sometimes they can. So, but again, that is not a bad experience. It is something that we are here to learn, and we chose to do so. Even if it's bad, you might ask, I could never choose to have such negative experience. Yes, we chose them, and now you need to learn to let go and uh, decide to be in a peace with it. In other words, I will give this example, and I always do. I would always tell the client, even though you had a bad relationship, you need to come within yourself and give thanks to that person for the good and the bad experiences that you had, because they're supposed to be lessons for you and for them. And find those lessons within that relationship. What did you learn? So you can let go of those people, even if it's relatives, loved ones, anything. So you can be processing in your spirit journey. If they haven't, then they haven't. But you need to decide in which direction you want to go. Do you want to be in a stagnant energy and stay there in a hole of no return and seeing things coming forth, negative people, negative relationships? You Once you heard my words, and if you have not decided to change any of those things, then you're chosen to be in that stagnant energy. Okay, you can decide, because you have that power within you to do so. Okay, the gods, the heavens, they give you that thing that you can only possess, to choose to continue or not to continue, to let go or to detach. Okay. um and I feel that in today's reading, more than anything, we'll say everything, but today is about finding that journey of your life that you would want to put it to rest, or that you would want to say, I am blessed to have found you. I am blessed to love you. I am blessed to be loved by you. I am blessed that the time that we had, that we share, was beautiful. Now, you can say those things exactly as I said them, you know, to feel the vibration within your heart, most importantly, but it will travel to her energy as well. Trust me on that. And as I'm saying this, I feel that I said it, and it's passing through your energy and it's passing through her energy. For me, when I see that, it feels that I'm having a hard time either breathing, and I'm crying, and I'm just overwhelmed with the emotions, and most importantly, the emotions of love, but most importantly, the emotions of sorrow. Why? So I do not want you to descend in feeling that negative attitude toward this relationship. Please understand that. I feel that my guys are being very direct with me, and I want you to feel love only. I want you to feel that it was worth living, that it was worth having this relationship, because it means that, based on what I'm seeing, there will be a comeback of this relation. Now, you can choose not to, that's your choice, okay? But it wasn't this bad in this life for you. Trust me when I say this. It was beautiful. I have so many clients. I have so many life experience that uh, you were lucky. She was lucky. Okay. And I'm also going to see it this way. The life path that she chose to deal with is better off that she did in this life. So in the next lifetime around, those will not be affecting you or her or you, both of you, in the next one, if you choose to. Okay. Um, you can decide if you want to include and look at that ever again in any other reading later on. But I will tell you this. Um, whatever you decide from this point on, I want you to find some type of peace within that relationship. Okay. Because it's going to help your energy, and it's going to help her energy as well, whether you care for it or not. But I feel that you do. And I feel that, you know, if you have anger within yourself, you need to start finding some peace. There's never one person's fault. There's always two people's fault, because we choose to let them be, we choose to give them that potential of life, or we choose to love them too much, or we choose to love them less. Whatever it is, the purpose. But when two souls are in a path, in a line, and something doesn't go right, it's because two people chose to go within that path. Okay. We can talk about that in any other way, but that is what I'm sensing in the very moment for both of you. Okay. Now, I also feel that in her energy, she also feels that you had some type of spiritual connection, as I mentioned in the beginning. But I also feel that in some type of times within her life, she also feels that she could have been better, done better within the relationship with you too. For me to say that, it means that she does think about you as well. She does reminisce about what the relationship was. Okay. And the relationship was very, could have been, one way more than the other. Only you know. I'm just telling you what I sense from her energy was coming. Okay. Only you can decide. Sometimes talking, conversating with our partner is very important, to keep the communication open, but it's also very important what type of communication we're having. Sometimes we're so absorbed with our own selves or what we're doing within the relationship that we're not actually helping the partner that is with us to grow, and vice versa. So only you know how to see it if it fits you. Okay. But again, as always, as you know, anything that's coming out of my mouth, it is transcending to the energies of which are in question today, the people in question. But it's also given as advice, however way you see it fit. If it doesn't fit now, it will fit later on within time, as you know. Okay. I have to say that she still has certain feelings toward you also, whether you want them or not. Okay. Whatever it is that you are going through at this moment, my Taurus, I have to say that you're not feeling your best. I would love it for you to disclose that for me later on in email. It's your choice if not. But you are not feeling your best. What's going on within yourself, within your health, that you are wanting to or wishing to connect with this person? We will see in the next spread. But here is another thing that I would say. If we do see a return within you too, wonderful. If we don't see any connection, I'm also going to have to say that's good too. In a way, you have to make that choice of what you want with this energy of this person that was in your life. It's better to have met than never met, I will say. And you have to go within yourself to see what I mean by that. Sometimes that's a puzzle that we live the whole life trying to, we struggle to define and to put together. Okay. Um, now, does she live in a different city, in a different state from you? Have you tried to connect with her in different forms? I feel that you have. Have you served her with something in the past life? Have you served her, summoned her? I think that you've done something here that feels overboard, that feels like that you couldn't get her attention, that you couldn't talk to her, so you went and did something. Only you know. I'm just seeing, and I'm just going based on what I'm sensing, what is being guided to me, that in the past you could have done something legal to get her attention, to get to respond. It just doesn't feel, in a good vibe for me. Okay. That could have backfired for you in the relationship of trying to get to connect with her. Okay. Certain things that are discussed in a video will never be told or be accepted or acknowledged by the other person, including by clients sometimes, either because looking at it from somebody's eyes does not fit who they want to perceive to be, or cannot see the magnitude of the good or the bad that had happened within the circumstances. Do you understand? And I feel that there is no right and wrong within the relationship until you do something that is aggressive to the persons or the energies. Okay. Only then. But as well, as I always say, I am not here to judge. You are in your own shoes to walk through and continue to do so. Okay. Whatever it was that you did in the past is something that has been stuck with her. And it came out wrong. It had a bad result. It did not go in the way that you thought it would. Whatever it was, whether you served her with something legal, whether you were spying on her and she found out, whatever it was, only you know. Okay. If you want to disclose it, fine. If not, that's fine. I'm not here to judge. I have had all kinds of clients in all kinds of levels. Trust me. So it is your journey, not mine. But I'm only here to overview it. And if you learn from any mistakes, today is the day. Okay? Yes. I think that you're still heartbroken. I think that you're still being, I don't want to say spiteful, but I feel that she chose wrong. I feel that you are thinking that you are the better choice for her. I feel that you would have made her happy. I feel that you were willing to do anything for this young lady. I feel that you are heartbroken because you had so many high hopes that from one day to the next, everything went shattered. And from that moment, it's like you're still stuck in that time, in that past. Okay. So you're the one that is still broken to the teeth, and we need to find a way to have this healing for you. We need to find a way for you to say, I wish her well. And if it couldn't be, it couldn't be. But you know, we're okay with it, or I'm okay with it. And again, you can decide whether you want to continue in a further life with her. I will tell you this: if you feel the want and need to want to hope to reconnect with her in any other life, come back for a reading that it has to do afterlife. It's called an afterlife reading. And before I can do that for you, I will ask you certain questions. I will ask you a specific question, which is, would you like to continue, love to continue, interact with her spirit energies in any other life? And whatever energy, whatever questions you answer to me, it would have to be an honest truth in the moment of when asked. And then in that moment, we can see the energies. Okay. If it's, for example, that you do not want to continue her energy with her, I can tell you this much. It would be, she will come into your light, into your energy in any given life after this one. And she will be a passing through energy. It will be less than 5 minutes or 5 weeks that you will know this person in your life. You will see this person in your life, and you will reconnect, and you will see those eyes, and it would hypnotize you in a way that you cannot explain yourself. And her energy will disappear within yours in a certain amount of time. And it will linger into your thoughts because that vision will stay within you for quite some time in that life. And then probably in the moment of your last, days or months of your life, you will start reminiscing, and those eyes will come back to you. Okay. That is one of the ways that it can happen, have happened, will happen. Okay. um but if there's any chance of you reconnecting and having some type of stability in any other life, we can check that, we can see that. um okay. You might feel that there was a lot of untruth being said, or that there was a time of someone not being honest with the truth. Could have been in the relationship, or you might feel that it was betrayed within the relationship, that maybe she used you of some sort. Okay. That could have been true, because I feel that you weren't seeing things in the right way then when you first got together. I think that maybe her return make you think that it was gonna be standing, for a very long time, because she returned to you. That was a sign of that. And I feel that it was something that she wanted to regain, that she wanted to touch back, that she wanted to make things work. Okay, I do feel something happened in that phase, a moment in that relationship of her return, that went drastically wrong. Okay. Is there any other message that I can give for this client? You are still dwelling over the fact that you could marry this person. Okay. I feel that you are still in that energy of circumstances. Did you remarried? Did you remarried? Did you live with someone after her? Did you remarried? Because I feel that there was a relationship here, however way it happened. It still did not fulfill you in the way that, because I feel that if you got into another relationship or marriage with someone after her, I feel that if you did, that it was still not suffice. It was still not joyous as it can be or could have been. And I would have to say, because you were still lingering because of that other relationship. So you didn't give the best that you could have, because you still were restoring set feelings for the other person or the relationship itself, or both. And sometimes that's like saying, if you break up with someone, whether it's married or living with or just dating, and you jump into someone in less than 6 months, then whatever residue from that other relationship comes and takes over the new one. And therefore, you're not giving your best, being your best within that other new relationship, because they are feeling that love that is somebody else. They're feeling that hate that is somebody else. So anything that you're doing within the new one is based on the past one. And therefore, it's a karmic repetitive behavior, of which in what ends up failing in the long run. Okay. Okay, let's see something before we get to the other spread. And this is the universe and the heavens. Mm. I'm trying to see the present with this, but we'll see it on the other spread. I'm trying to see the present, but it's not giving me, it's always taking me back to what it was, to the relationship, you know, to what it was. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling closed out. I'm still standing. I'm having a hard time. I wonder if she came back with certain feelings of somebody else mistreating her or what have you, of another relationship or marriage. I wonder if she came into you already hurting, from another relationship. And it just keeps giving me these details of what was going on in the life, what was going on before, during, but not giving me details in the present moment is what's baffling me right now. Um, and she did have hopes of this relationship between you two that would be successful. It didn't happen, you know. But that's, yeah, she absolutely did. She was hoping that it would be successful. She dreamed that it would have worked out. She dreamed that it was going to be what she hoped to be. Now, was there another person involved in the picture when she came to you, when she was with you? Was there another female? Were you married? Were you separated? Were you had just recently divorced? Was there another female within the picture at the time that she came in? Now, if it wasn't, most likely in her eyes there was. Okay, only you would know, not me. If you don't want to disclose it, that's fine with me. But here, when I sense certain things, the clients sometimes feel that they don't want to disclose certain things. And when in the reading it comes to be, it's not to judge you. It is to let you know that maybe you didn't know everything that she knew about you. Maybe you didn't know everything in truly fact how she felt about you. Did she love you? Yes, but she felt this energy of someone detaching you. If you were married or had an ex, I am pretty sure that this is one woman that have done something in the past in your energy. Okay, now could she, whoever this woman is, could she be a sibling of yours or ex-wife of yours, someone that did not like her in that time, that tells me that there was someone that did something to detach both of your energies, would not, cannot withstand that you and her can end up together. Most importantly, did the final act of separation within you two. Okay, if you want to call it voodoo spell, call it what you feel at the time it was. Reminisce and you will see. Now, I will say this is not about fixing the past. I have to say that they're letting me know that this reading is not about you fixing the past. It's about you come to an acceptance of it and come to an agreement within yourself how you want to descend from this life, to hold on, to let go, and in which ways. This is about you finding peace from the past and learning to let go. And if you're going to hold on to it, you need to hold on to it in the best way, light that you can, in the best way that you can perceive it. The marriage did not happen, the relationship did not happen in the way that you wanted to, but we are not in a perfect life here on earth. We're here to accept and learn and have good and bad moments at time. How you take those good and bad moments is what increases your vibration of your spirit. You may say to yourself right now, that means nothing to me in the living. Well, it means everything, living and moving forward. And if you decide, let me know if you need help. I will be more than happy to help you with that. We have physical cleansing spirits of the body, but we also have cleansing of the spirit that can lead you to a higher purpose. And if you're wanting to reconnect with this person and assure it, we can definitely have beautiful rituals for that spiritual bonding. And if you want whatever it is that you're hoping to conceive in the next life with this young lady moving forward, there's magnitude of things that we can do to assure that for you in the other life. Okay. um, Trust and believe is the high purpose here. It is absolutely always have been. Trust and believe in yourself. Trust and believe in that segment of your life that you have with this person, that she did love you, that she still does till this day, as a matter of fact. And that you can definitely work in any other life if you sit to be. Okay? And you need to find peace. Absolutely. You need to find peace. I think that your spirit is struggling within yourself over and over. You or your own enemy at times. I think that you feel that, or you felt that also. Okay? You are your own enemy at times. You are betraying yourself, your thoughts, your way of being, and any kind of minor thing that is going on with you at this moment. You need to release it. Let it be. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Release. Release. Remember, breathe. Come on. We gotta release it. Okay? Now, let's move on. Thank you, gods. Thank you. Oh, yes. Listen, someone did something in the past. I don't know if it's a ritual or voodoo, for sure. Okay? That is one of your questions or beliefs, or if you didn't know, now you know. I feel that you do still care for her. And it also tells me that there is a bond spiritually with this person. Okay. We have another toxic energy, whoever was in your past as well. Okay. Also, what I feel is that you're hoping for her to return before anything happens to you or her. Again, that tells me that something is going on in health wise for somebody, both of you or one of you. And there's something going on in the spiritual, physical sense that is combining to me. And but I feel that when I said that, I was told to pause on that, not disclose. So it is what it is. Something has to happen that I am not able to either communicate it or not able to let the client know. Okay, thank you, angels of the heaven and earth. Thank you. Okay, I love this. Thank you. It doesn't matter what her name is now, because I feel that was one of your questions. It doesn't matter if she remarried someone, divorced someone, or widowed somebody. It doesn't matter. Because, again, this talks about someone that provided for her quite good, maybe provided her calmness, provided her wealth. She was well off with this person, whoever it was that she was with, or still with, or widowed with, whatever it is in her life. Gave her good standing, I want to say, in a material sense, let's say. But we are also looking at the energy that she did not feel that bond that she felt with you. Okay? No, absolutely not. You know, she did not have certain things in the way that she had with you. Whatever it was, could have been the communication, could have been the subtle things that you and her did. But it's differentiating, you know, it's giving me the differences between that person, whoever was in her life all this time, and you. Okay? Yeah. She actually did thought of walking away from that relationship, whatever relationship she had. You know, a few times she actually did. And she paused and looked over and see if it would have been worth it. So something kept her from you. Okay? Something did kept her from you. Yes. She felt that there was a chemistry between you two, that was I think probably the intimacy was good between you two, among other factors, but the intimacy comes well noted for me here. So it could have been that you thought that she was the best person you ever had with, or vice versa, she did, or both of you. But it's very telling here for me. Okay, she couldn't see in this other person's relationship that she had, um, couldn't see herself feeling that attachment to this person, yet she stayed. Okay, um and I feel that with you, you know, she stayed up. There were nights that were endless for her while she was with this person. Okay, I feel that her emotions were in and out between you and him. And that's very important to see, because it's very defiant for me. As you went this life thinking about her in the way that you did, she absolutely did the same thing. And that is why I say there's always a bond within the spirit, and they come back to us in different ways. Okay, as you thought of her, she thought of you, and she did spend some nights thinking about you. How would you, the way that you felt, because it ended abruptly. Okay, and she either went back to this person, or moved on real quickly from you. um and she had hoped that maybe if one day there could have been a return. But what kind of return would have been? Would you have hated her for the rest of your life because of what she did? She felt broken in two, like she cared for this person and she cared for you. Whether or not she told you that, I don't know. But at the same time, she also felt that there was something in you that you were not honest with her. Only you know. There was something within you, either she found out or whatever it was, a secret, I don't know. But there was something that you did in your part that made her also act in the way that she acted. I know you don't want to hear that, but only you know that. Whatever it was, I don't know. And I don't, it's not that I don't care. Is that I'm letting you know in her perspective ways what that was. Now, there's no need to go back in that moment in time in all of this. But I want you to know that she was not fully at cause for what happened, for what took place in the relationship, or the direction that the relationship went. Okay? And even if you did wrong or not, there is no wrong, right decision in this life. Do please understand that. The only thing that you can take this to heal from this is that you found love in her, with her. Do you understand? And that she did too. Because no matter who she was with all the time, you were always in her eyes and in her heart. Rest assured, you were always in her heart and in her space of mind. Not in the best pursuit, but you were there. And that tells me that she either blames you for something, or you did something to make her do what she did. Okay? It maybe you didn't, but maybe she took that and took that as at fault. Okay? But no matter who she was with, you were always in her space of energy. I love that. I truly do. Do I want to cry? Yes, I do. And she was always in your space, but not in the right way. Not in the right way, because you always hoped for her return, but you were still grudged or hurt or betrayed. Okay? And you were with someone. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. It feels to me that you always found ways to search for her, to look for her in one way, to be in her space of energy. By searching her, maybe you communicated to her, maybe you sent her a message to her, whatever it may be. It feels to me that you were always looking back into how to, connect with this person. I will say this, that when someone is hurting from leaving someone, the best thing to do is give them the space. One. Second is you make only one attempt to connect with a person and no more, because it backfires. The other thing that you can do is, again, we're here, find a way to let the spirits find ways to connect you with that person. Okay? If the spirits cannot, then it will not. Okay. Thank you, angels of the universe and the heavens. Now let's see here. Okay. Hmm. No, I don't find her trying to connect with you. Okay, we'll see your spread afterwards, but I don't see her connecting with you. No. Mm-mm. She has in a circle of hers, maybe a trusty friend or someone that she trusts in a way, mention you in these few years. She has brought you in a conversation with someone, um, in her reminiscent days, whatever conversation led to that. But in her true self, she does not see a way to reconnect with you. Um, don't know what happened between that time that she left to now between you two, but and based on what I'm sensing, I can imagine. And I just, it's almost like I want to keep the peace between the space of you two, okay, or between the life that she may have now and the life that you may have now that she may know of, which is little. I feel that um what it was then in that moment of time. She's very, very acceptant, I want to say, when I say that, because for her to give me those words tells me that when it was good, it was good. When it was bad, it was bad. And when it was. And now it is what it is. I, I don't know if she ever used those kind of phrases, but this is exactly what I heard from her energy. So, because of that, I want to say this to you. I definitely feel that she wants the best for you, that she hoped that you can heal from this, and she is uh, disappointed in her decisions in the way that she made them at times. And maybe she tried to tell you these things, but you were always over talking to her, did not give her the space, maybe, or she felt in that way. But she could never come to her way of saying in the way that she apologized. If she did apologize, she probably thought that it was not enough for you to move on or accept her decisions, or um, give her that chance to be where she is in this time and space. You know what I mean? Sometimes when we love someone, we have to set them free so they can have those experiences. And let them be. So if it does not work, then they know that they have you with open arms. But when we don't let them be and we're always there, we're not letting them be fully into that experience. And you are lacking your experience. And therefore, there is no return, because what you're doing is affecting not just her, but your energy, your karmic experiences here in life. And therefore, you're prolonging the event of returning. Okay? Because there's always a return in this life and in the other lives. There's always a return. Just as planets do retrogrades, so do our energy and our spirits. Reincarnation. If you believe it or not, it is what it is in existence. Okay? And in anything that we do in our life is also a return for. And a return does not necessarily mean that you're going to come back and get with that person. A return may be to close the energy, find peace with the energy, and say, I wish you well, or we come back together. A return is to solve a matter that's been holding your energy, okay? Yours and theirs. People misguide, misunderstood. Just because someone tells you they are your soulmate, that is absolutely can be true, but what type of soulmate? What kind of condition of the mate and yours? And what does it lead? Does not necessarily mean we are bonded in this life and we'll always be together in this physical life. No, as given, said your example. You are a level of soulmates together, but here you are in a separate energy, in a separate living spaces, right? um, so unfortunately, I do not see any reconnecting from her energy. I feel that you're still feeling hurt by the cause of her actions. I feel that you feel betrayed by her, and I feel that your energy is still in a negative vibration. And you may say, I'm done with that, I'm over with that. Yes, you may physically be, but fully in your emotions, you're not, based on what I'm seeing. And it can also be that she is feeling that way, frightened by your way of feeling or what she could have caused in you. Okay. And sometimes that could lead the person not to communicate because they feel that they hurt you too much. And in this case, I do feel that she did. um, I also want to say that mm, there's a house change, a move coming for her. I will see your spread, but it feels for her, for me. Or someone that is living with her is moving. Okay, I'm not sure if she has siblings or maybe a sister, could be a daughter, I'm not sure. But there's someone in her life that is moving from the arrangements of their space. I don't think it's you, but it can be. But I don't think so. I think it's her. um she has financial stability in her life as we speak. And when it comes to the heart, she's a little closed off from me. Okay. And I think, again, because of all these years, she's been struggling with either what she did to you or either the way that things ended with you. So she still has that stagnation as you do. It's kind of odd, and not odd. You get to see this a lot in the spiritual readings. This wanting to be with someone but cannot be with someone, you know. um or saying it's too late for it, because that's what I'm sensed for her. Okay, and just the universe have the heavens. Let me see something. Yeah. Are you trying to find out through someone in common with her? Are you looking at someone's, let's say, media or something like that, trying to find any way, loopholes to know anything about her? Are you contacting any relatives of her to find out about her? Because I'm sensing that energy. Of course, it's up to you if you want to disclose that or not, but I'm sensing that. And if you haven't, I feel that you are probably going to see if you can try to find anything about her through that. Okay, let me see. Are you are you married or current in a relationship, or you were? Okay, well, I'm gonna, because this is not necessarily about you, it's about her. So unless you want it about you, you let me know. But this is, I feel that I have to concentrate more on her energy. Okay. Mm-mm. But the thing about it is that in your spread, when I talk about your personal things, it feels to me that is a space being taken, and it take any space being taken does and can manufacture a change in the path of people's questions. Okay. um, but within your spread, we feel, the spirits and I, that you still care for this person, you still think about this person, and you want this person to return in your life. You will love this person to, you want to see this person, you want to just look at them at least once more. I feel. Okay. I feel that all this time you want to have one last chance look at this person, for whether it's good or bad, but you want to, you're hoping to, you want that return. Okay. In whatever way it can be, but you want to see her, you want to hear from her. And I want to go as far as you want her to say your name for some reason. I don't know if but it is what it is what I'm hearing in any kind of way, but to say it. You're looking for ways to find ways to get her to you, is what I see here. I'm going to say this to you, my dear client. I'm going to say this. Um, as you know, I apologize if I defend you in any ways, but it is the interactions that I get within the mutuals energy and spirit and life that they're in process in at the moment. Okay, whether it's yours or theirs. Um, it is not to my own doing, whatever comes out of my mouth. It is to your own doing, to whoever we are looking at in the moment. And I have to always emphasize, I am not judging in any kind of way. You do what you can, how you can, because this is the only way that you feel that you have to in order to find someone, keep someone. And sometimes it may lead to wrong or right, but it is only what you feel that is best for you at that time, and it is only what you feel that you are led to do in some kind of way. Okay. But I will say this to you as well, my client. I want to say that if it makes you feel any better or not, I will tell you. As you know, I'm very brutal sometimes with the truth. Was she 100% happy in any relationships after you? No, she was not. Was she 100% in love with that person after you? Any person after you? No, she was not. Did she care for the person that she lived with after you? Yes. Did she love to a cent, 2%, 3%? Yes, she did. She had certain feelings for that person that she was with. Did she love you? Yes, she absolutely did. Does she cares for you now? Yes, she does. Does she think about what could have been? Yes, she does. Does she reminisce about you? Yes, she does. Could she had ever considered herself coming back to you? She did at 1 to 2 points in her life with this the whole situation. She thought about it. Could she consider herself coming back to you? She did, but she feels it's too late, and she feels that maybe it's best to leave things as they are. So I feel that you have to ask yourself, what do I do with all this? What can I do with all this? Based on the questions that I just answered, I feel that there are certain things that you can do spiritually. And if it doesn't bring her return in the way that you want it, which is physical, there can be a return of the healing of the spirit between you two, which that's something that can be done. At least heal that energy between you and her for the next any life that you wish to. Because based on this, it feels to me that there will be a return of this energy, but not in this life. Okay? Now, we can try to see if we can bring it together in this life, in not in necessarily in the way that you want it to, because I cannot do those things. I can only send the ritual out, petition it to the universe and to the gods, and they will go within your heart and theirs and see what can be done in this life. Okay? And how I say this is because in depending on the ritual that we do, if it's love manifestation, reunite manifestation, well, it is how I work. But let me tell you, there has to be a change within the situation. She's not here for me to change her, but you are. And when I say change, it means for the higher self, for the better growth of you. And when it has to do with love and emotions, we want to feel the change in my client. And I want them to see within themselves the past of that relationship and the current one that they're in now, in their life, in their situation. And can they find peace with what caused the separation? If you can find truly peace within that cause of that separation, then it would help you tremendously to not only move forward in the physical life, in the spiritual life, but also move forward closer to the person that you're seeking. Okay? That can manifest in a number of ways. It can manifest in the way that, they can return physically. But if there is no change between you and her, then again, that's where we are. The person does not stay. They can come in and out just for high and by and gone. If there is change, it can last a little bit longer. It can manifest in many, many scenarios. It depends on the person's circumstances at the time, theirs and yours. And other times they come to heal that energy, and they do come to you in the spiritual sense through your dreams, through your thoughts, revelations and whatnot. But they also come to you in the last moments of earth in the spiritual sense. Very, very important. But no matter what, they have a return in a different capacity, is what I'm saying. you know and to be truthful is very important for me, because it does not, I cannot say and promise something that I myself am not God. I'm not Jesus. And Jesus itself did so many beautiful things, but by the power of the gods, he was able to. And I am only a vessel to do what I allow me to do and process to. And I just give it to them to, I pray in your behalf, I beg in your behalf, and I consent in your behalf in the spiritual realm to do the best in your behalf, for your behalf. Do you understand? That will always be the case. Always. So if not, you can decide to do some type of physical and spiritual cleansing for you to restore your spirit, your energy, for you to find peace within yourself and resolution to your energy moving forward from this physical life. It's very important to do that. Again, You do not want to be a lost soul within yourself now and after. You do not want to descend into any other light, restoring certain energies that will not conduce you to any right. Okay? I have to say that. Now, thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Any other message for our client? Do you have her home address? Do you have her phone number? I feel that you have certain things that can direct to her, like that you have her actual address, let's say, for example. That you have ways. You do love her. I don't care what you say. I apologize for saying that too, but it is what it is. Some people can come and tell me, I do not love someone, and then when they come to me, you know, it's a beautiful thing to love someone, whether it's right or wrong. Please believe me when I say that. It's a beautiful thing to love someone, because that is the highest lesson that we have here, to find true love. And you did. She did with you. Unfortunately, it didn't happen in the way that it happened. I would have loved to have met you then to restore it, but it is what it is. We're here now. I feel within this that you still do love this woman. Yes, you have had other loves, other relationships, but like this one, no other. And I feel that you say that to yourself. And that is almost the reason why you want her back, because either you want to make main ends, or make truth, or even apologize. And why not? Are you hurt by her actions? Yes, you are. Do you at one point wanted to punish her for her actions? Yes. Did you try? I feel yes. But that is because you felt lost and had no direction to it, or how to go by with it. That is because you were trying your best in any way for her to listen to you, for her to find ways to explain herself why she did what she did. She did try, but it was not sufficient enough for you. It was not supportive enough for the pain that you were going through at the time, and still are. Here's what I would have to say to you. Till the dying breath of hers, the moment of her dying breath of hers, you will cross her mind. Till the dying breath of yours, she will cross your thoughts. I wouldn't even be surprised if you feel her sense, her energy, or she will, yours, vice versa, whoever is still standing. Because the soulmate always comes back. Okay, I am going to ask one question here before we close today's reading. Someone is trying to pay a visit to someone here. Are you trying to be bold and going to visit her for the last time? If you didn't, it's something that you probably tried to or did from far. Yes, it's something that it went through a whole lot of times in your thoughts, dear. Your best true friend. Yeah. Here is someone crying over that love, okay? That's you. That's her beauty. That's her, the loss, the taken away, the sadness, the disappointment, the sorrows of the relationship, okay? And the depth of it. I feel that this for me speaks of the dreams and shadows that happen, the dismay of the dreams that you both had, okay? And someone that you felt that in a point was your best friend, your destiny, you know, just as we talked about in a relationship. You feel that someone came along and took her from you, you know, betrayed and whatnot, someone else. It analyzes basically what we were seeing in the other spreads. But I also feel that for me, you know, this is giving me the love and the joy that there is still existing in hidden maybe from both of you, but it's still there. Okay, I definitely feel that there is a connection between you two. In any way that I see it, it shows me. And I feel that you also, you, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Through the years, you probably turned that love into hate. To no fault of your own, it does happen. You feel that greed, that sorrow. If you've been seeing her life expand or grow or be happy, it makes you feel more less of yourself, more shadow of yourself, you know. And you become with that energy of split energy, almost, I would say, that you go on with life acting like nothing, but yet in silence within yourself you're feeling, you remorsefully hating or loving, or you know, it's a multiple of energy that I'm sensing that you've been going through. And I have to say that I am very sorry that you've been going through all of this, if you have, which I feel that you have. um and that there's no way to let it out and escape it out, you know. If you can, because you are a Taurus, I would advise that if you can go or let somebody take you to the beach, to the water, be by the water. You need that energy. You need to just bathe in there and just let it out. Let it start spelling out from you. You know what I mean? From your flesh, from your body, from your spirit. Let all that, if you need to cry within that moment, if you need to yell within that moment, then do so. Let it out. You don't know what magic it can do to your body and your spirit. Because to hold on to negative memories, negative thoughts, it only consumes you as it has all these years. And you need to just be at, and a peace comes over and over in this reading because it's just letting me know that it's time for that peace. Okay, that misfortune happened and it happened, but it needs to just set it free. Okay, and you have to let it go because there is true love within itself. Okay, there is true love within itself between you two. There is whether you put it aside, whether she put it aside, probably so, but there is. And this is what sets you free, both of you. Okay, reborn, rebirth. There's a number of ways that I see this, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Reborn and rebirth. And I ask the gods in this very moment, as we are closing this reading, thanks for all that you've done today to express the best way that we can to our client, to come to the loving nature of its purpose in this physical life. We ask that you find healing, love, and light to this person and guard them with your best love. Shelter them with the peace and enlightenment to fulfill it and to heal. We ask you and all of those that are watching today to find the love and the peace, born and rebirth within yourself, physically and spiritually. Okay? We are asking that to the gods today for you and for anybody else out there that is watching today. But this is very important for me, for you, in the way that they're telling me and in the way that direction that it's taken. Please find it within yourself in the best way that you can. Okay, I want that healing for you, and I want that healing for her as well. I think it's time. I really do. Based on all the messages that I'm sensing, and based on the messages that they delivered to you today, they're letting me know 100% that it's time for you to find that healing and come to the understanding that it's time to be at peace. What was once, okay, now can be something different for you if you wish it to be. Okay, born to be rebirthed. Okay, it's a number of messages, but that's what I'm going to leave for you today, because again, I cannot disclose any other message that they sent. Want to wish you love and light, and I thank you very much. It is something that the gods had to have you do today, I have to say. Okay, I want you to find peace within yourself, restore your mind, your thoughts, and your spirit and your body in the way that it is suited for you, for your vibration, physically and spiritually, my client. Love and light to you and to yours again. Thank you. Thank you to the heavens.